What is up, my aesthetic boys? It's Fresh, back with another video. On today's episode of r/MurderedByWords, we'll find some fresh roasts out in the wild, as well as some of the best from r/RoastMe. Let's get cooking. When the Daily Wire called Patton Oswalt a supposed comedian, Oswalt responded with, "Look, guys, if you're gonna write an article about me being a failed comedian, maybe don't use a pic of me holding up the Emmy I won for doing comedy." Yep, there it is. Sure is an Emmy. I would never mate with someone from India. They got birth defects running heavy as hell in their blood. No. Well, I'm sure the people of India are greatly relieved. Happiness is a choice. Choose it. Yeah, happiness is a choice when you're privileged enough to have all your needs met and to have a healthy mind and body. If it's that easy, congrats, but don't make others think it's so easy. Frankie Grande. Honestly, seems like a nice guy, but he does prove once and for all that you can kind of make a career out of being an international pop icon's brother. At least, as long as you include her in your video title and thumbnail, according to his top 8 most viewed videos. To be fair, one of them has Ariana in the title, but Justin Bieber in the thumbnail, so it seems he only switches the brother narrative when he finds an even bigger celebrity to use. What's the worst way to respond to an "I love you"? My 8-year-old daughter once responded to my wife, "I wish I could say the same." Okay, well here's a philosophical question. If one person says to another, "I love you," and the other person really isn't sure what their emotions are, is it better to respond positively and then retract that later, or say you're unsure? Ladies, if you're dating an adult male who still plays video games, it's time to reevaluate that relationship. Ladies and gentlemen, if a grown-ass adult is actually sitting there shaming and criticizing another adult for interests and passions and how they like to spend free time, it's time to reevaluate the actual intelligence and maturity level of that person. And who hurt them? The cost to operate this printer each month is equivalent to 4,000 Taco Bell tacos, 1,084 gallons of gas, and 42 tickets to Disney World. Think before you ink. Well, a student wants you to know, with my tuition, I could pay for 41,460 Taco Bell tacos, 10,365 gallons of gas, and 465 tickets to Disney World. With this, times 5,200 students, I should be able to print whatever the hell I want. My stepmom told me I'd be a janitor, nothing wrong with that, and live in the basement of a school and play guitar for the rats. I wrote a song about her. It's called Little Miss Can't Be Wrong. It's been played on the radio 3 million times. Damn, imagine criticizing your stepson, of all people's musical talent. They end up writing a song about you, and that song reaches number 17 on the Billboard Hot 100. I figured I'd go check out the song, maybe analyze the verses for some less than flattering lines, but I didn't need to, since the first line of the song reads, "Been a whole lot easier since the bitch left town." I think that says it all. I remember people having issues with Big Hero 6. A lot of fans did not like that Hiro and Tadashi were portrayed as being mixed race. It's like these studios are pretending to give us diversity, but instead of going all in, they throw us this whitewashed mixed race mess. No, go all in. All or nothing. This isn't real diversity. This is so big film execs can pat themselves in the back and all white fandoms can feel good about how diverse they are. Stop it. Fun fact. Mixed race kids actually exist, and more kids are born belonging to 2 or more races every day because of how many different races exist in America and the fact that interracial couples are becoming more widely accepted. A lot of those mixed race kids will grow up being told that they're not Black, Asian, or Hispanic enough just because they're half white or half something else. They'll be teased and mocked for taking part in their own culture because they're only half. They might even receive negative treatment from one or both sides of their extended family because of what race the other side of their family is. More and more interracial couples are getting married in the US. More and more mixed race kids are being born. People need to start understanding that being mixed race doesn't make you not enough. Mixed race kids are both and they are neither, and they're becoming the norm. You think being mixed race isn't real diversity? I'm half Italian, half Puerto Rican. I grew up with 2 incredibly different, vibrant cultures in my household. I listened to Pavarotti in my dad's car and salsa music in my mom's. For dinner, we would eat culturally significant and family recipes from both my mom and dad's side of the family. To me, being half and half is incredible. I got to experience an entire culture that I would have never learned about if I'd been only Italian or only Puerto Rican. When a character is mixed race, they are not more and they're not less. They are who they are. People think that mixed race characters or families are less important than single race characters and families, and that's incredibly ignorant, as well as harmful to the many mixed race children in the world who will grow up thinking that they are worth less than their single race friends. Oh, we're talking about Big Hero 6 here, are we? Need I remind you that the whole movie takes place in the fictional San Fransokyo, a literal mixed race city? An amalgamation of two cultures? But sure, yeah. Disney bad. That face you make when you accidentally put a top on. Oh, what do you mean you accidentally put a top on? How do you You can't accidentally put a shirt. Whatever. I think we all know the real purpose of this Instagram picture, and I can promise you, I can guarantee that it's not to discuss the logistics or the plausibility of accidentally putting any article of clothing on. I hope we don't run any creepy oh, there it is. That face when you accidentally sit on it without realizing how big it actually is. Well, judging by the dick pic you DM'd me, I don't think that's a problem you have. Here in Kentucky, we don't do the reverse cowgirl. You don't turn your back on family. Kids born in 2000 are 25 years. Let that sink in. What does he want this time? My God. You've been doing meth instead of math, friend. Girls will pound themselves silly with a piece of plastic while leaving a good man that would love them till the end of time in the friend zone. Look, Tony, if someone leaves you for a piece of plastic, it's not the piece of plastic. I look so nerdy and dumb with this filter. Thank God I don't actually look like that, huh? Pedophiles believe they should be a part of the LGBT community. Wait a sec, I thought the Catholic Church opposed the LGBT community. A few months back, I used to post in a video with similar material regarding the Catholic Church. A commenter responded with, "I thought the priest comment went too far." To which I responded, "I think the church covering up the molestation of children went too far." It's not that hard, folks. I am dressed up as a Game of Thrones writer. You can tell due to the complete lack of effort I put into finishing this costume. Well, the Game of Thrones TV series is a great analogy of me in bed. My words set the tone, and I spend ages creating an incredible build-up, but then I finish too quickly, and they have to go without a satisfying climax. The sad reality of our world. Yeah, that's right. Society's just a weird black and white cartoon these days. Hey, you have 27,000 tweets. You joined here in June 2016, which means you joined here 136 weeks ago. 136 weeks is 952 days, and if you divide 27,000 to 952, the result is about 28. You tweet 28 times a day, yet you still talk about how everyone is addicted to their phones. I guess it's a meta sad reality indeed, OP. Why gender and sex are the same? Let's talk about it. I can guarantee you that they're not the same. I have a gender, but I've never had sex. I'm a soon-to-be 21-year-old who looks 15 and keeps complaining about not achieving anything in life, yet doing absolutely nothing to change it. Try me. You look like someone who would paint the back of a jacket and think it's artsy. My roommate called me Tyler Dirty, which I think was solid. Try and top that. Yeah, I'll call you Post Alone. I'm a baby-faced 20-year-old who's feeling very lost. Ruin the small amount of self-confidence I have left. You look like the unholy offspring of a 14-year-old in his shower drain. 18, high school dropout, Wiccan, works at Starbucks, and I want to be an astrophysicist. Decimate and send me into orbit. You know that astrophysics and astrology are two different things, right? Roast me in my pajamas like you've never roasted before. You know, you're like one of those cliche characters from an 80s or 90s movie where the nerdy, unattractive girl takes off her glasses and lets down her hair. Only you stay ugly when that happens. College mate thought it'd be funny. Handed to me. Guy looks like he goes in bars and stands in the corner with his arms crossed and one foot against the wall, hoping people think of how edgy he is. Yeah, he looks like the kind of guy to carry a comb around in his front pocket. Oh. He does. Thank you to everyone who watched this video. Be sure to subscribe for more daily Reddit content. Drop a like if you liked the video, and I will see you all tomorrow.